Hi gorgeous girlies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bailey. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram for more content at Stewart. Apologizing in advance for the lighting. I'm filming earlier than I normally do, and the sun is just in my eyeball. Today's video is a Buffbunny review of their new drop along with their Black Friday sale. Sale is happening November 21st at 1 p.m. CST. Sale window is November 21st, 1 p.m. CST through December 1st at 11:59 p.m. CST. Discounts are automatically going to be applied. You don't need to like plug in a code, and that also makes code Bailey stackable. So it's going to be up to 70% off site-wide, and then an extra 10% off with code Bailey. So up to 80% off technically. If you do use my code, please let me know so I can personally say thank you. The support means the world, helps me continue to work with Buffbunny and put out these reviews for you guys. So if my review is helpful and you'd like to support, you can shop through my link if you want to use your rewards and still support, or use code Bailey to save you an extra 10% off. I also do a giveaway every month to express how grateful I am for you guys. So I will have my November giveaway a link down below to enter if you do use my code. Let's get into the review. Brackets, 25% off select fan favorites. I don't have really a breakdown of what that is. 20% off all other black clothing. 30% off color clothing. 70% off launches prior to Vita. I feel like this is a different Spotlight deal, $12. Is this every day or is it, I'm so confused. $12 Poshknit flare leggings in Shadow Berry. $12 Poshknit twist Halter twist on black. So this drop is definitely a smaller drop for their Black Friday. Honestly, when I got the PDF, I was a bit underwhelmed. I mean, there are some of my absolute favorites from Buffbunny coming back. So we have the Halter seamless sports bra returning. We only have 2 bras this drop, and I'm not obsessed with either one. So we have the Halter seamless sports bra in, ow, this hurts my neck. Empire ombre, red ombre, and court ombre, and garden ombre. Low to medium coverage, shaped seamless fabric, so a polyester nylon spandex blend. Medium support, removable back straps. So I got these in 2 colors. Ombre seamless is coming back. I love ombre, but I do feel like we got so much ombre in my capsule that I feel like everyone's probably ombre'd out for a little bit, that I'm like, I can't believe they dropped more ombre. No solids. Like, for that, I'm a little like taken back. I also wish it was the plunge bra instead of this one, because the plunge bra, in my opinion, is much more comfortable than this one. You guys know with my Strong AF, like my collection, like I didn't realize it was gonna look this way, feel this way, have this much coverage. I do prefer Catherine's seamless halter. I wish that was the one returning, or we would have gotten both options, because obviously the BTC girlies, the girlies that want more coverage, do love this one. But as an IBTC girly that wants less coverage, this was not my cup of tea. Once I tucked the band, like, I still like it, but they again tweaked the fit. So I did size down in this, because when I stuck true to size, it was loose in the armpit area, like weirdly loose, and then so much excess fabric, it swallowed my chest. So I was like, I have to size down in this, which did help with that issue. But it makes the neck so insanely tight, and then the bottom band down here too tight as well. So for that, I just wish we had 2 versions. Like my long sleeve curve crop, we need a BTC and an IBTC option. I do find myself wearing, like, for my collection, my plunge bras a little bit more, because I feel like that works better. It's more comfortable on the neck. I can tuck it and it's more itty bitty. But it is coming back. If you're a BTC girly, like the coverage, I feel like you will like this, because it is more coverage than Catherine's. It does have a strap in the back, adjustable, removable, elastic strap in the back. I took mine off and I lost it. It makes it harder, because I sized down, harder to get on with that strap, so I've been taking it off. But having the strap on does help alleviate some of the neck pain. I'd rather it be a halter personally, so I do end up taking it off. I do end up tucking the band, because I like it short lined, but it's still like higher cup coverage, and again, a very tight neck, so I have to like rip some seams to make it more comfortable. Has the scrunch ruching detail right here, removable cups, stretchy shape seamless fabric, and the colorways, this is the Love Story into High Court. So the colorways we got, I think it was last launch, in the Miracle, which I do appreciate. So all the stuff you got, like my Love Story Halo long sleeve will pair perfectly with this. My Love Story sweats, basically anything from last launch is gonna go well with these colorways. So I do love that. It makes it so much easier to mix and match and style more. Wear older pieces. Like if you don't like this bra, don't worry. You can pair it with your High Court tops, your Love Story tops. Again, definitely more like BTC higher coverage. Sizing down is what I like to do as an IBTC, but again, it does make the neck very tight. And down here, another color. I only got 2 colors because I didn't we'll get into why I didn't get the red or the green. But here is Bloom. So this is Empire Rose into Bloom, which again, a very beautiful colorway. These are both stunning. This one reminds me of the Hailey Bieber Erewhon smoothie. I love Love Story and High Court together. I think it is stunning. And it fades better in the bra than the shorts, which I will show. But here it is again in Bloom and Empire Rose, yeah. So these fit the same. I don't notice any inconsistencies between the bras. Again, just wish we would have gotten a short line and a long line option. And honestly, the plunge seamless. I like the plunge seamless better than this. But if I would have gotten the short line version, I probably would have preferred that because I like a halter. I don't know. But if necks irritate you, you'll probably have that issue in this bra. Here is the seamless bra. Again, I do extra, extra small. It's definitely snug, but extra small has too much excess fabric and is too big. Again, I cannot wait. I wish they would have dropped Catherine's as well. So we had a BTC higher coverage and then an IBTC option. We only have, I think, this one and the twisted curve coming. I do tuck the band, but again, it does become so uncomfortable. So for that, the neck is a little tight and uncomfortable, but again, I don't like my true size. So I really hope they start to bring out 2 options for these. I like this bra. It's just, I liked Catherine's fit so much more. Worked better for the smaller chested girls. Didn't need to size down in Catherine's because it was already minimal. Dark starts at the top and then gets lighter at the bottom, whereas the shorts, lighter at top, darker at bottom. You've got the scrunch ruching V neckline. Is definitely more narrow chest friendly. If you are wider, you might want to size up because it does come in quite a bit on the side boob. Band and neck is very tight. I took off the strap right here because I just don't like that look. So I do take it off, but having it on does help alleviate some of the pain and tension on the neck. Removable cups, again, same seamless fabric, very stretchy, and is taken out on the armpit area, which I don't love because it's tight everywhere and then a little too loose in the boob area. That's why I can't do extra small. It's literally gaping on the sides and I'm like, and then we have the twisted curve bra coming back, but we unfortunately were not able to be sent that. So I can't show it. I don't know if any changes have happened. Where did it go? Yeah, twisted curve sports bra. So that was from Catherine's drop. It is Newbury fabric and it's coming in a restock of Enchanted Teal, dropping in Mocha Berry, Lipstick Red, Barista Blue, Purple Shadow, and White. That one again is a high coverage razorback style and then has molded cups in the front, so BTC approved. So more for BTC. Is still flattering on a smaller chest. I just like to size down as it is a lot of coverage. And again, molded cups, you just kind of swallow me. But I do think even for that, it being a BTC bra, it is still very flattering on the chest on an IBTC gal. We have not had that in a while. I feel like people loved it, so I'm glad they brought it back in their core colors. I guess Lipstick Red has become a core color. And then we have Miracle shorts coming back, and I was so excited to see this because I genuinely was like, are we gonna have to wait another year for these to return? And they were like, nope, we got you. 46 US, 58 Canadian. It will be dropping 10% off during the sale. Code Bailey is stackable to save an extra 10% off. And that'll be dropping in Empire Rose, Red Ombre, Court Ombre, Garden Ombre, Shape Seamless Fabric, medium compression, 6-inch inseam, but technically, well, although, yeah, technically 7, but once on, it's more of a 6. High rise, glute lifting compression, glute flattering back rise. So I like to size down in this, you guys already know. And I think a lot of my girls for Strong AF preferred their size down too, especially if they wanted a mid-rise fit and a shorter inseam and less excess fabric. I love my size down. Not only does it make my butt look insane, like when y'all see the try-on clips especially, something about this one, just like the wagon was wagoning, okay? Your booty cheeks are gonna look so good. Now the colorways, now I love an ombre. I'm an ombre girl, but I know not everyone likes ombre, and like I feel like we got enough ombre with my collection. Like half of them were, like there was like 50 million ombre, that I am so shocked they brought out more ombre. And like I wouldn't have minded it as much if we got a few ombre and then some solids, because I love my Strong AF brights for the summer and spring, and I'll even wear brights in winter. But lately I have been wanting neutrals. I want to wear more darker colors, more neutrals for fall and winter. And for my launch, the only neutrals we really got were black and mocha. I've already worn my mocha berry like 50 million times. And I'm like, I wish we would have gotten more browns, more creams, a light heather gray, like colors we could wear all the time, because not everyone wants to wear like the ombre 50 million times. And bright ombre for winter, to like any of the other neutrals, like I would have taken, because I love these leggings so much that I want them in more core staple colors. I love ombre, don't get me wrong. But I'm like, it would have been nice to have like, you know, this ombre as well as the solid, so I could wear it more. And it'd be, again, a little less in your face, more of like, yeah. So I just would have loved to have seen, and this, you guys know, like I am, like it's kind of crazy that I'm even asking for more neutrals. Like who am I? But when it comes to a legging that I love so much, I would like it in colors I can wear all the time, and unfortunately that's not really these colors. And I feel like, again, we already got so many ombre for Strong AF that I'm like, I feel like we need a break. I want some solid miracle, and I feel like I'm definitely not going to be alone with feeling like that. Now granted, I do love these, like these are definitely my favorite. I would spend my own money on them. I love that we got these in an ombre. However, some of the two other colors that came out, I'm just like, why? My launch, we already got 2 red, like miracles. And then before that, we got the juicy red. So it's just like, why are we getting another red? And I don't like this ombre at all. I think it's like, I just don't think the colors fade well together. It's like a burnt red at the top and then a very vibrant red at the top. Like I just don't love the 2 reds together. I don't know, something about the undertones don't go together in my opinion. So for that, I'm like, this could have been Brady Brown. This could have been a light heather gray. Why did we get another red? And then, y'all seen this one before. This looks familiar, doesn't it? Right? It is the exact same as my Sage Ombre. But now it's just called Garden Party Ombre, but I kid you not, color-wise, there is not a single difference. This could have been Brady Brown. I feel like y'all can tell I really want Brady Brown to come back. I just want warmer neutrals to come back. If you got the Strong AF Sage Ombre, do not bother. Don't do it, girl, because you're going to be looking, trying to figure out which one's which, and you're not going to know. You're gonna be wasting your money buying the same thing. I cannot believe, instead of getting more solid neutrals, we got the exact same shade. Buffbunny Miracle and Miracle shorts are literally some of my favorite, my most worn, that I really need them to come in staples. ombres aren't staples. I love ombres, but they're not staples, and not everyone loves ombres. So it's like really disappointing to see that and see them drop the same color. I'm just like, I am shocked. Okay, so here is my Sage Ombre from Strong AF. This is the new Garden Party. So the sun's making it, these are the exact same shade. They are the exact same. So if you got my Sage Ombre, you do not need Garden Party. Now there is differences from Strong AF in the shorts. From Strong AF, so the waistband looks to be a little bit tighter in the Sage Ombre than Garden Party. The rise in Garden Party looks to be a little bit longer than Sage Ombre, but again, this could literally be just a batch thing. And then the glute seam in Sage Ombre was slightly darker, whereas this one is more like lighter, less noticeable. Those are the main differences, but again, the color is the exact same. You do not need both. Don't need both. So I feel like the fit, the rise, for the most part, is literally the same as Strong AF. Like, I'm literally holding them up. The waistbands don't look to be any different. Inseams, again, pretty much look the same, because again, even for Strong AF, some were shorter and some were longer in the same size. So again, that's just a seamless thing. So whatever size you got in Strong AF, I would stick to in this. Bloom seems to be the longest color and like the one with the widest waistband. So if you like the less compressive waistband, don't mind a longer length. And again, batches vary with the seamless, but I am noticing that difference between all the colors from Bloom. The seamless fabric, there's so many inconsistencies that it's really hard to like, and with how they're made, for them to all measure the same, be the exact same. And there's also the tolerance where they allow, it still gets approved even though it's X amount different. Again, I did extra small in these, and when I did extra small and extra small with Strong AF compared, and overall found myself preferring extra small the size down. Fits more mid-rise. Length is a little bit shorter. I get no excess fabric. The V-seam is so short, glute friendly. The lift, insane. So I made sure to get extra small in every single one at this drop. And for the most part, went on, they're all feeling like my Strong AF. They feel mid-rise. They're great compression. They don't roll. And then I feel like the V-seam fits perfect, no excess fabric. Now I will say, and I don't mind this, but again, I also don't feel like any of them feel too high rise. Whereas again, like Strong AF, some of them were hitting like higher up. But again, sizing down does help with it being more mid-rise, but then you get a little bit of crotch tension. Compression level is the same in these. The waistband of the Bloom High or Empire Rose is a slightest bit bigger. Just by a little bit, it's the slightest bit bigger. So if you're someone where like you find this waistband to be a little too tight, but again, keep in mind it's a seamless. So seamless batches vary like per batch. So what I get might not be true to what you get, and that showed for Strong AF. Like some of my like shortest rises were some of people's highest rises, and vice versa. So again, fortunately with seamless, with so many brands, there's such a huge inconsistency because of how they're made. So again, it could vary, but I can only speak on what I got. But what I'm noticing is the back rise is a smidge bit higher, and it kind of comes higher up on the hips, lower in the front. So I do think it is flattering that it comes higher up on the hips. However, the back rise is a little too high because it's rolling to become the same width as the front. So I wish it would have been the same height all the way around, just because it's a little too high in the back that it's constantly rolling to basically become the same as the front. But it's got, again, short glute seam, short V-seam, so very short glute friendly. You've got the under glute compression, which hopefully soon we can bring this all the way down to get rid of that bulge effect that's happening. There has not been that tweak yet, so it's gonna look and feel the same as Strong AF. So if you didn't like that, I wouldn't snag because it's the same. They haven't fixed it yet. But it's got the 2 compression, ribbon compression with very good lift. Like, honestly, like these have become more flattering than my Defined Impact. It's just that, again, Defined Impact from the side profile looks better because you don't have that bulge, because the compression goes all the way down. So I think once we can get that compression all the way down, these will beat Defined Impact. I just wish we could get some solids and some core colors. But then you've got, again, the B logo, shorter crotch area, but this one does have the most crotch room than my other colors. I have a little bit of tension down here, and one thing I wish that, like, I feel like with a lot of Buff Bunny mid-rise, people always have camel toe in it, because like they will do the longest waistband and the shortest crotch space, and it's like you can still have a mid-rise bottom and not make the waistband come this low. Like you can keep it the same rise, just bring this waistband up a little bit higher so it's not all this waistband and then this little bitty crotch area. That will prevent camel toe for the long torso girls and prevent crotch tension while still keeping it mid-rise. Well, I guess in extra small, this probably would have been high rise, not mid rise. So I guess technically I should say high rise. But again, I sized down, so that made it mid rise, which also created more tension in the crotch because it got shorter. But again, I feel like camel toe in this could be prevented so much while still keeping the rise the same, with making this waistband not as long. Like it doesn't have to come down this long, and then you'd have enough crotch space. But there's also pros to this, because then you also get lower tummy control. So I also like, again, there's pros and cons to both ways. So like if you were to bring it up, you get a little bit less lower tummy control and compression, whereas now bringing it down, you get better lower tummy control, lower compression, but then you also have a lot less room for your crotch, which can create tightness down there. So I don't know, sizing down does make it a little bit tighter down here, and you can notice in some of the colors with the really short crotch that like the fabric is being stretched quite a bit, that it's kind of pulling white. I don't like doing my true size in these because one, the rise hits higher than I like, and two, I get excess fabric at the top of the glutes, and I don't like that, and I know a lot of people size down for that reason alone, and I made sure to do extra small this drop in all of them because I was noticing, like at Buff Bunny World, there was like excess fabric on so many people that I was like, ooh, I definitely am gonna wanna size down. So I feel like with your true size in these, you could get that, and again, it will be a higher rise. So I like to size down. I feel like from what I remember in my Discord, a lot of people prefer the size down. But again, if you don't like a compressive waistband or maybe camel toe prone, I wouldn't size down. Again, you've got the ribbing compression that starts right here, goes all the way around the glutes, doesn't go all the way down. Hopefully soon we see where the ribbing comes all the way down to get rid of that bulge that's happening. But again, it's the high cord at the top and then strawberry milk at the bottom. So you only have to really worry about sheerness probably down here. So if you have any glute tattoos, thigh tattoos, you'll probably see it down here. But I really wouldn't stress anything like higher up on the like hip. Again, has a V-seam, no scrunch, short glute seam, and then the ribbing right here. It's definitely mid to high rise, higher in the back, which I don't love. It's causing rolling. No front seam. It's got definitely higher tummy control. Like it's tighter than probably ALPHALETE Amplify waistband. Sizing down, while it'll probably make everywhere else fit better, might make the waist a little too tight. So just keep that in mind. I don't mind compression, so I'm fine with it, but it is snug. Love Story, not Strawberry Milk. But Strawberry Milk is basically the same as Love Story. So any of your Love Story pieces, your high court pieces will go really well with this. But as you can see, the only sheerness area I would stress is probably right here. So if you have any lower glute, lower thigh tattoos, you might see it. But if you have any like higher up on the glute or hip Where the purple is, I personally wouldn't stress. Again, mid to high rise, has a lot of stretch. I did size down, so it's hitting more mid, but I definitely think had I stuck true to size, it would have been more high rise. The back rise is higher than the front, so there is rolling happening. Pulled down, doesn't roll, but again, I like to bunch it up just a little bit. The ombre is not, like, it's very harsh. I wish it faded better. No scrunch, but you don't need a scrunch because it literally gives glute separation because of how short that glute seam is. I like this better than a scrunch though, because I feel like because it's a normal glute seam, it looks less in your face, less noticeable, more chill, whereas sometimes scrunches are very obvious, very in your face, and not everyone wants that. But I feel like this, again, acts like a scrunch, but looks better than a scrunch. I also wanted to show you what it would look like with the top on. I just layered it mainly because I'm too lazy to take it off, but you could also wear it this way and have kind of like that halter pop tie-in would be super cute. Because I wanted to show you, this will also be on sale, and I'm pretty sure it's still in stock. These sweats, also I'm like sitting here being like, oh, I wish I would've got Bloom. But literally Love Story goes so well with this too, that I can wear my Love Story sweats over it. Although you don't see the Love Story pop of color because it's at the bottom. Dang it! This and the Miracle. But again, here's the red. I just don't love this ombre way. And then again, the seam, inner thigh seam, is a darker color. I don't mind it for the glute seam, and I wouldn't have minded it for the V seam, but it is weird that the V seam right here and the top waistband is like the same color, and then you've got a dark crotch. Doesn't bother me though, like it's not like where I'm like, oh, I don't want to wear that, but I know there are some people that hate that, so I just wanted to mention. So the only one that doesn't have that is Empire Rose and Bloom. That is a lighter inner thigh seam, whereas High Court is definitely the most noticeable. Even for the Garden Party ombre, it's dark seam right there as well. Leg opening is tight, but it's not like defined impact. It's not, in my opinion, digging in, cutting in, but it's the perfect tightness to give one lift, but stay put. I never have issues with these rolling. They don't roll. I love that. That's why I again went with a longer inseam, but hopefully soon we will see multiple inseams. I believe they're probably already working on that. For the girlies that don't like how long these are, I like to bunch them up a little bit, and I feel like it looks fine. However, again, it looks better with solids when you want to bunch it up. That's why I wish we would have gotten more solids, because I will say these ombres don't fade nearly as nice as some of the strong AF ones, and even some of the strong AF ones were definitely a harsher ombre, especially if you bunch it up. It looks like a straight line. High Court and Love Story, the worst in terms of fading. It is a very, like, it barely fades. So when I like bunch it up, it just looked like like purple to boom, light pink. So if that's gonna bother you, I wouldn't snag this color. This one is definitely the worst in terms of fading. I do like that it was lighter on the glutes. I feel like my glutes looked so good in these, and the lift was insane. Like, sizing down again, I got no excess fabric. It fit perfect. It was so flattering. My top glutes looked so perky because the V seam and glute seam hit at the perfect spot. Great lift, but again, the ombre is quite harsh. I would say Empire Rose isn't as bad. Again, it is a little bit more noticeable when you bunch it up, but it does fade a little bit more. And again, this goes lighter to darker, whereas High Court goes darker to lighter. And then this one is probably the least noticeable in terms of the ombre because it's not insanely dark up here. And the fading, again, is very faint. So, but again, it's like if you already had the red from mine, I personally don't think you need these. The ombre is, again, very faint. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm redded out. Like, I'm tired of red. I'm tired of green. I also, again, love that they did do these colors that from last launch, so I can wear my Buffbunny long sleeve curve crop. This is Bloom with the Bloom ombre. And vice versa, you can do that with the High Court or the, again, the Love Story halo tops. So I do love that. I think it makes it so much easier. You don't have to spend as much. You already know that you have a top that'll go with this, or bottoms, vice versa. Now I will say the red, like I'm trying to figure out this red bottom part, like this is the, shoot, what's the name of you? Not formula red. This is the lipstick red, and it's still like the bottom doesn't even match perfectly. It's much more orangier down here than any of the other reds. So I'm like trying to figure out what reds these are. Wait, are you salsa red? Oh, you're, okay, sorry. This is salsa red, I think. And then this is lipstick red, and lipstick red's darker and not the same color as either of these. Neither is this one. So I believe this is vineyard red. I don't have that one to compare, so I don't know. I feel like it's definitely not gonna be a perfect match. I don't even know, like the reds are definitely very different from the other reds, but I still feel like they're so similar. You don't need these if you already have the other red miracles. All right, so here is the miracle, extra, extra small. Again, I sized down and it helps with the rise. These fit pretty similar to the Strong AF ones. I feel like these definitely high rise even when sizing down, but I can shimmy it to show my belly button and be more mid rise, but because it's got so much stretch, I can pull it to high rise. So for that, like if you size down in Strong AF, I would size down in these as well. I actually really like these ombre colors together. It is a harsh line though, like I do wish it fade, maybe because it's like bunched up more, but I do feel like the fade is a little harsh. I wish it like kind of started to like right here, it should have started to fade into a lighter color, not like just but I do like these colors together, and insanely flattering on the glutes. Compression level I would say is the same as my size down in Strong AF. Rise fits pretty similar, length is similar, so again, whatever size you got in Strong AF Miracle Shorts, stick to in these. It's not two-tiered in the front, but in the back it is. Vertical ribbed waistband, and it comes to a V point in the front, which I like. Definitely feel like if you have a longer torso, and again, you're trying to pull it up higher, you could get a little bit, and again, they are longer inseam, they don't roll for me, but I can also easily bunch them up and make them shorter, and I feel like it's fine. Like this is normally how I wear it. And they do not roll. They're so flattering. Like look, bro, I'm so happy we got Miracle Shorts again and we didn't have to wait an entire year. The V-seam is hitting really good. I'm glad I sat down. I was nervous because in some of the like photos, like when they were shooting like in the Buffbunny event, I saw so much excess fabric, so I was nervous it was gonna be that way. But luckily the V-seam, I'm getting no bunching, no excess fabric, and the V-seam is hitting at the perfect spot. Insanely short glute friendly, makes my top glutes look so perky because of where the V-seam hits. And again, these do not roll. And the seamless, like again, I feel like these are a great option for any type of workout because it's gonna stay put. If you wanna run in these, if you wanna lift in these, honestly, yoga, Pilates, and you know you'll be double cheeked up. I love Miracle. The only thing again is I just wish, and these don't, unfortunately, again, they're still the same, so these have yet to make the tweaks with the compression coming lower to get rid of that bulge. So if you didn't like that about Strong AF ones, it's like that has not been tweaked yet, so keep that in mind. I just wish we would have gotten more neutral colors. All right, we're gonna do the stickers test. Not terrible, and this is a size down. Those are for the shorts. Those are definitely my top pick. I would definitely say for the most part stay true to size, but if you're like me, you don't mind a compressive fit, you want a mid-rise, you want to make sure there's no excess fabric at the top of the glutes, I do think you could size down. So then we also have the leggings coming in the same colors, 64 US, 78 Canadian, 24 inseam. So I did extra, extra small. Again, I sized down. I do prefer my size down even in the leggings, but I will say something about the red, like it was harder to get on than some of my other colors and like pull in the cheeks. But for the most part, I feel like they're fitting very similar to Strong AF. So whatever size you got in Strong AF, you can stick to in these. Again, it's got the higher back rise, which has 2 tiers. Front rise is 1 tier, vertical ribbed waistband, shorter crotch area, and then the waistband kind of comes to a point, which I actually like, because I feel like not only does it bring the waist in, but again, you get better lower tummy control. Waistband is snug. So again, don't size down if you don't like a tight waistband, but even if you stay true to size, it's gonna be a more fitted waistband. The glute pocket area, which I feel like hits higher up, hits a better spot. True to size, I feel like it's still much better than like older Miracle. That one definitely came way too low. We did raise it, we did increase the compression to give more lift. And then again, it's a stretchier fabric right here. No scrunch, but it acts as a scrunch, just as flattering as a scrunch. Short glute seam, short V-seam, so gives insane glute separation like a scrunch would without having that in-your-face look. I love the glute seam. I don't want it to change. I feel like it works great. And then you've got the ribbing starting down here, starting right at the top of the waistband, and then kind of curving under, and then again, the tightest compression right here, and then it goes into a looser ribbing down here, which doesn't really do much, and then fades it back into the solid stretchy legging. Inseam I wouldn't stress because of the stretch. Also, if maybe you don't like how Define Impact is tight all the way down, you'll probably prefer these because it does go back into a stretchier fabric on the leg area. Here is the red. So again, I just don't love it. I don't love this ombre way. This is extra, extra small, and it's definitely more like mid to high rise. Again, still fits in my opinion like the Strong AF, so whatever size you got in Strong AF Miracle, get in these. Definitely a better rise than some of the others. Like I still feel like my belly button's out, but it is higher on the hip and back, which I don't mind it being higher on the hips. But the back rise does roll like about 1/2 inch to become the same width as the front. And I do notice like the glute, it's a little bit trickier to get my glutes in these, in some of my other Miracle leggings, but it's fine. Again, short V-seam, I'm not getting any excess bunching fabric, but keep in mind I did size down. You've got the under glute ribbing, which I hope soon comes a little bit lower down, like Lazuli, to get rid of that bulge effect, but it's got really good lift and compression in it, much more than like ALPHALETE pump. I feel like it fits really well. I'm not getting any excess fabric. Shorter crotch though, so and because it's like, I don't know, I definitely think if you are prone to camel toe, don't size down because you will get it. Inseam's really good because it's so stretchy. I definitely prefer the Miracle shorts over the leggings, but both are still flattering. These are Buffbunny's most flattering leggings. Miracle, in my opinion, are Buffbunny's most flattering shorts. So here is the Bloom to Empire Rose. Yeah, leggings fit more consistent in the leggings than the shorts. So the waistband, like Bloom, was running the same as my high court. So this one, while it's tight everywhere, I am noticing a little bit of wrinkling, whereas I didn't get that in any of the other colors. So something about this color in this one, like I feel like you can really see it right here. It's just like weirdly wrinkling. A lot more crotch tension in these compared to Strong AF. That is like the main difference. The rise though feels the same, the compression feels the same. The main thing is just like about the crotch area is a little bit tighter. I'm getting wrinkling at the top right here, which I didn't get in any of the other colors. So I don't know what's going on because it's like tight everywhere, but for some reason right here the fabric just wants to like wrinkle. It doesn't, like, it's not bad. The V-seam still hits right at the top of my glutes, but for some reason it's like wrinkling right up here. So I don't know if that's like a seam thing. Still obviously insanely flattering, still giving lifts. The V-seam still making the top glutes look perky, doesn't go way past. So I think maybe it's got to be like a seam issue happening right here that's causing the wrinkling, because it's not like it's going like way past and I've got all this excess fabric. But they're still insanely flattering. I mean, like, this speaks for itself. You're still going to be double scooped up, wagon's going to be wagoning. And again, exact same ribbing. We haven't gone tighter or further down from Strong AF. Similar to that, you're still going to get the side bulge, unfortunately, until we bring it further down. high court ombre, which fades a little bit nicer than the shorts, but I do feel like the shorts make my glutes look better than the leggings, but obviously it's getting cold out. So sometimes I'm like, shorts on, no. But it's also, you can just throw sweatpants on over it. Rise for the most part is the same between the shorts and the leggings this drop. Short glute seam, short V seam, under glute compression, and again, this fades much better than the shorts. It goes into the Love Story, which is also very similar to Strawberry Milk. And then it's the high court at top. Has a lot of like heather to it. All right, and then we have the Poshknit straight legs dropping in Onyx Black and Platinum. High rise contouring side seams, fitted at the top of thigh, goes straight down, 3 inseams, and this will be Poshknit fabric. Inseam short is 31, regular is 33, and tall is 35. So this is shorter than ALPHALETE's tall of their straight legs. Unfortunately, these were not available for PR, which is so annoying because like people like they've already put them out on the storefront. So like, what you mean? And I swear I saw a story saying shipment came in, but I guess it didn't. So I can't review, which is a bummer, but they're not scrunch. So I don't know if I would even like these, to be honest. I feel like these are going to be mid to high rise depending on her torso based off how it looks on the model. But for me, it would definitely probably be high rise. But again, on a longer torso gal, it might be more mid, which is a bummer. But those are dropping and they'll be dropping 10% off if you do want to give them a try. And then we have the Halo long sleeve baby tee returning in Onyx Black and White. This will be 38 US, 48 Canadian. We also have it coming in the hip tee in the same colors. So this will be 40 US, 48 Canadian. So they're the exact same. Difference is just we have more meet and greet, so hits right at the top of the waistband, and then a full length, which is past hip bones. I did snag white because I don't have any white. I feel like this is the first time white's dropped in the Halo, right? Or maybe I just didn't snag. I really love these tops. I think they are so easy to throw on. They're breathable. Now they do show sweat, but I don't mind that. The white is definitely on the sheerer side. Doesn't bother me, but just to let you guys know, it's very similar design and fabric wise to Honor Active's Mellow Soft. So if you like that, I feel like you would easily like this. It's got princess side seams, curved hem in the front, not in the back. It goes straight in the back. Does have thumb holes, which I love. Scoop neckline. Again, a very stretchy, lightweight, thin, breathable fabric. Perfect for layering, throwing on and off at the gym. I do extra small. I definitely think if in between, want it more fitted, a little bit less excess fabric, you could definitely size down easily. So I got the long sleeve in the short line because I just feel like this flatters my waist a little bit more, and I find myself wearing these more than the full length. I love both though, and I'll probably end up going back for both just because I wear them so much, and I feel like you can never have enough white, especially if you wear self-tan. I ruin everything. Here's the extra small white long sleeve. So again, this one is the meet and greet length, so hits right at the top of the waistband, has a slight curved hem, princess side seams, and thumb holes. I size down for a smoother look. I definitely think if in between, want it more fitted, smoother, you can size down. That helps get rid of some of the excess fabric. But again, it's a very stretchy, breathable, lightweight material like Honor's Mellow Soft. White is obviously a little bit sheer. I don't think it's terrible. Like I was expecting to see the entire bra. You can kind of see it because it's like darker. But for the most part, I wouldn't stress this. I would definitely wear a bra underneath. Like don't go braless because you will see everything. But like if I'm wearing this to the gym and I have a bra underneath, like that does not bother me. I keep going back and forth of which ones I like. I think it really depends on my mood, but I do love this. I feel like this one's more flattering on my waist than the full length. So I got the two different lengths, just one short sleeve, one long sleeve to compare, and I'll pop side by side. Back very simple, back goes straight, whereas again it's slight curved hem in the front. And then it's also coming in a short sleeve in black and white as well, in the baby tee and then the full length. So the short sleeve is slightly cheaper than the long sleeve. So the baby tee is 30 US, 42 Canadian. And then the full length is 34 US, 42 Canadian. So again, Halo is a modal spandex blend. So very, very stretchy, very soft, thinner, breathable. But again, does show sweat. So I got the white in the full length, but in the short sleeve. I already have black, so I didn't snag that, but I did not have white, so I was like, I need to have. And I love the short sleeve, love the full length, and now I have it depending on my mood. Had to snag these. I feel like these are core staple essentials for my closet to even wear in lifestyle and just running errands. These are so easy to throw on. Now we have a ton of tees. I have never seen a drop with so many t-shirts. I was like, what the heck? So we have the Unbreakable Tank, and that'll be 34 US 50 Canadian. Onyx Black, Pink, Crush, and White. 100% cotton, relaxed fit. Muscle tank silhouette, full length crew neckline. Didn't snag this. I don't like tanks like this personally. Then we have the Lifter short sleeve tee in Pink, Crush, White, Sterling. 46 US 50 Canadian, 100% cotton, relaxed fit, full length crew neckline. Didn't like this logo. The Training long sleeve tee, 46 US 50 Canadian, Onyx Black, Sterling, 100% cotton, relaxed fit, full length crew neckline. Didn't snag. I don't need a shirt that says Training, personally. Then we have Break long sleeve tee. I thought that was gonna say breakable, so my brain just broke. Break long sleeve tee, 46 US 50 Canadian in heather gray and white. Now, I kind of did like this one. I liked the back design. Front was very boring though, so I was like, But I do like how the font and then the sleeve design look. I really liked that, so I almost got it. I would have probably gotten it if there was like a matching sweat with it. And then they have the One More crop tee, Sterling and black. And then the Throwback crop tee in vintage black and that's not right. I think that one's mislabeled, so now I'm confused. But I did get this one and I got two. This one was my favorite logo. I wish it came in the full length because I'm not a crop tee gal. So I did size up to a large. Probably should have done an extra large for how I wanted to wear it. I don't like just leaving a crop tee hanging like that. Like, I don't know, I'm just over crop tees. Like with this vibe. However, if you style it cute, like how I plan to wear it is I'm gonna cut this to be like a slouch off shoulder vibe like White Fox's. And what I like to do with White Fox's one is have it slouchy off shoulder with the longer sleeve and then you tuck it into your bra. I love that vibe right now, especially with some track pants or some matching sweats. So that is how I planned to wear this. I love this font and logo. I feel like they missed the ball on not doing matching straight leg or cargo sweats with this legacy font going vertical down the leg. Like, that would have been so stinking cute, and it would have given like Outcast vibes. If you have the Outcast sweats, it's kind of got the same vibe down the leg and electric butterflies, and I'm like, that would have been so cute to do. Such a cute matching set. So I really am sad they didn't do that, because that would have ate. So, but I did get both of these because again, I loved the font. And I think Legacy, I really like Legacy being like, I don't know, I just like that better. One with this font, the look of it on a t-shirt versus Training or Lift. But I don't know, this is more my vibe. Even like, again, you cut it, you slouch it, you tuck it, and then you wear like my Blue Bubbles long sleeve curve crop underneath. And for this one, I plan to wear my long sleeve curve crop in Bloom underneath. It's gonna be so cute. So yeah, I'm just a little disappointed there's no matching sweats. And I really feel like having like, again, the straight leg cargo oversized sweats with Legacy like this and this font going vertical down the leg would have been so edgy and cute and trendy. So yeah, and I definitely wish I would have gotten extra large because I feel like the large isn't that oversized. So I feel like this runs small. So if in between want a more oversized fit or to style how I'm styling it, I would definitely size up. The heather, we've got the black with the blue Legacy, and then we've got the white with the Bloom Legacy. Cotton material, so a very softer cotton. I also really regret not getting Bloom now instead of Love Story for the sweats, because that would have been so much cuter with this. And the way I'm gonna wear it is, again, I'm gonna cut this. I did a large in the tee because I wanted enough room to be able to tuck, and there's not much room, so I would definitely size up if you want it more oversized. Longer sleeves, which I love. I just need to, like, again, stretch out the neck, but I love doing it slouchy off shoulder, and then you like have your oversized pants on with it, your sweatpants, and then the matching set underneath. Again, I just wish I had a matching like white sweat with this pink font Legacy on the leg. Very grunge, edgy, but still girly. And then what else is dropping? That's probably it. Then we have the cherry weight short sleeve tee, 36 US, 50 Canadian. Now this one was cute. I regret not getting this one because that one is cute. It's giving me juicy vibes. I have the Icon short sleeve tee, 36 US, 50 Canadian, vintage black heather gray. I didn't get this one. I don't know, I'm just not big on like skeletons personally, so I didn't snag. But I know a lot of the Buff Bunny girls are, so I feel like this will probably be like a bestseller tee for them this drop. Movement tank in Arctic Moss Heather Gray. Again, I'm not a tank girl. Then we have the set short sleeve tee. Now I liked this font again. I loved the font and the like the edgy vibe. I just didn't want the word strength department on me, so I don't know, I didn't pick it up even though I did like the font. Then we have the selfie long sleeve tee. Sorry, what does that say? Life, oh, lift heavy. See, I don't want a t-shirt that says lift heavy, lift, strength, training. I don't know, that's just not my vibe. And then we have exposed mesh jacket coming back in onyx black, white, and bloom, 58 US, 74 Canadian. This is a polyester spandex sheer mesh material, relaxed crop fit with zip up pocket. So I got bloom in extra small. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm so iffy on if I like this that I think I'm gonna return. I definitely think I prefer, surprisingly, this jacket more. Yeah, the That Girl jacket. Looks wise more than the exposed mesh on me personally. I don't know, I just feel like this one shapes me better, whereas I just can't figure out if I like this. And I think lengthwise, like I just don't love where it hits. I wish it was a little bit longer. This is like that awkward like, see, I'm not a cropped length girl. I'm a short line girl or a meet and greet full length. I don't like the cropped length where it hits, like it's longer than a short line bra, but not quite covering your belly button. When it's like slightly above your belly button, something about that length is so unflattering on my body. So I just don't love it. Like if you're gonna be cropped, like I want it to be short line, like Define Impact's crop zippies. I love that length where it hits me, or I want you to cover my belly button. So I just don't love where it hits. I don't think it's flattering on me. And even when I kind of tuck it, like, I don't know, I'm just so unsure about it. I love this color though. And I don't know. I just don't see myself wearing it much. So I think I am going to return. I know a lot of people love the exposed mesh though, so I'm glad they brought it back. Doesn't have thumb holes, but it's got the cuff sleeve with the mesh and then the seams in the sleeve. And then again, it's full zip with pockets that also zip. And then this elastic band down here. And then kind of like ALPHALETE's Aura Sculpt jacket neckline. So here is the Bloom exposed mesh jacket, extra small. Oh, I don't like this. Ugh, why is it so cropped? This does not look cute. I wish it was longer. I don't like this. I don't like it at all. I think I'm gonna return. I just know I won't wear it. I don't like where it hits. Like, again, unless maybe, I don't know. Hold on, maybe I can like, see, I'm not like, if it's gonna be, I either want it bra line, like that short lined of a thing, or to be at least meet and greet or hip bone. The second it's that awkward, like cropped length where it's like slightly above my belly button, I don't like it. I don't like this at all. So maybe if I like, yeah, I guess that I just will tuck it. That's cuter. Or like where it's slouched, like this. Because I don't like where it hits, so I would definitely tuck the band, make it like a, I don't know. I just don't think this is for me. Yeah. I think this might be a return because I just don't love even tucked. I don't know. It's got like this ruching detail on the sleeves with these seams that on the sleeves. It does have stretch. It's a mesh material. Cuffs right here. Cuff down at the bottom. Again, it's a cropped length, so it hits above my belly button. Has this kind of like ALPHALETE's Aura Sculpt jacket neckline, like a scuba collar. Full zip again. Mesh material. I don't know. I'm not loving it. I just realized I totally forgot to end off the review. So sorry about that. But again, Buffbunny's Black Friday sale is starting November 21st. 1 p.m. CST, up to 80% off with code Bailey, as my code is stackable. I'll have my November giveaway down below so you can enter. If you do use my code, please let me know so I can personally say thank you. I hope this review was helpful, and as always, never feel pressure to shop. There are so many sales happening. I know it's probably overwhelming, but this is just to give you guys the info of what's coming. Never feel pressured, but I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys in my next video.